Alrighty guys, so part 2 of my electrical problems. So this fault code keeps coming back. It went away for a few days and then basically it was straight back to square one. So YAW sensor, the YAW sensor lives underneath this whole console area, right underneath it all. I'm not sure how in depth I'm gonna have to go to pull it apart. First things first, I'll be ripping this up, which will then, this piece here all comes up as one piece, and then I'm gonna have to pull this box out under here, and then I'm just gonna have to see what I can get to with this still in place. Otherwise I'm gonna have to rip this whole center console out, which I'm not that keen on. But basically this fault code comes up in the vehicle dynamics control module as well as your ABS module, so they're just not talking to each other. When I drive down the road and go in the vehicle dynamics control, I'm getting all the inputs from the yaw sensor, so I'm pretty sure the yaw sensor is fine and it's more of a CAN bus fault, but I just want to replace it so that I'm not thinking in the back of my head that it's that. So I'm just going to do that so that I can tick it off the box. I got it cheap secondhand for 70 bucks, so it's not costing me too much. This fault code is still also bringing up the original codes that I had. Ignore the red ones, it's just a yellow, so I think that's brake warning indicator, or sorry, brake indicator light, or brake warning light, traction control, and your hill descent. All the others are just because I've got the ignition on and not started the car. First things first, you just gotta, the rest will be on time lapse, but this one's quite easy for you guys to just see now. So the gear shift selector, you're just going to pull it up, and then that's what it looks like. So I just push the button in and pull it out, and then yeah, that's that one. The rest sits on like clips from what I can tell, so I'm just going to work my way around popping it all free, and we'll go from there. So to get it to this point wasn't too hard at all really. I had to put the gear stick lever into neutral, so I put the key back in, slid it into neutral just to get the plastic and selector and all that out of the way quite nicely, and then I put it back into park so that the key didn't keep beeping at me and driving me crazy. For me, I have my brake controller here, so that was a bit in my way, so I had to pull that off. 3 plugs is all I've undone. You probably don't even need to undo the plugs, you could probably just push it to one side. I'm missing these screws, so for me it was just the clips that were holding that center part in place. And as far as this side's concerned, 2 screws just here. They're T15 Torx bits, and you got to pull your armrest out, which is T40 Torx bits. So 2 of them. Slide these plastics off, and then that'll pop out, your armrest pops out, and then after that it's just a matter of the center console glove box is located in these 3 locking tabs here. So a little shift, little pull, and up she'll pop. So I'm a bit disappointed because there's a flaw on this. So I'm probably gonna have to lift this whole console up, I think. I'll let you know, but yeah, that's where we're at. so looks like I can lift this whole console up. Hoping for your sake that I'm wrong and that someone comments on the video the right way to do this, but my yaw sensor, see that is behind that bunch of wires there and I can't get to it. So what I'm gonna have to do, so it looks like you got two plates here. I've just popped one off and there's one on the other side. So that screw comes out just there. Well, they look like T40 Torx bits, so I'm gonna pull those two out and see if I get much movement out of this console. Alright, so what it looks like to me is if I rip this seat out, I can kind of get to the yaw sensor without pulling the dash all the way. Pulling those two bolts out has made life a lot easier. I've gained a couple inches. Hey, story of my life. Oh, I just broke my tripod. There we go. Where was I? Yeah, so it's really hard to get this bloody behemoth in here. So you're currently under the center console, and this harness here, that's the one the yaw sensor is going to. Now what I'm looking at is there's a bit of carpet on the right hand side. If I lift that carpet out of the way, I should be able to get to it from the side where the seat is. So what I'm going to do is just unbolt the seat and go from there. So we can see the sensor just here. So you've got two bolts, 5/16. I don't know what that is in metric, but that's the size I'm about to use. Yes, for all those people that live in Australia, if you want a cheap ratchet and 3/8 rattle gun, it's $118 for the Tool Pro one from Super Cheap, and it's surprisingly good. I'm a big fan. Alright, so new yaw sensor is in. Just the puppy right there. So as far as I know, research wise, the yaw sensor doesn't need any form of calibration. Don't take my word for it, but I can turn key and find out what the go is now. Well, seat's not plugged in, so possibly yeah, seat belt and airbag light will be on. But ooh, so far those other faults have gone, so I wasn't expecting that. I'm real happy. I actually didn't plan what to say now. It's caught me off guard. What I'll put everything back together and we'll go from there. We'll take it for a test spin. So for the first time in like a month, no dash lights.
which makes me happy in my pants.
Yeah.
Ignore the overgrown beard and hair. My barber's not here, but no dash lights. I won't swear because YouTube. Yeah, that's right.